What's going on, guys? Jordan Miller, your online physique building coach, back at it again with another informative video. So today's video is going to be really cool. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. I really dive into what we kind of went through, what were the steps to get Josh down from 211 all the way down to, as of today, Josh just texted me and he just hit a 178. Hit a 178. Just over 3 months ago, he was 211. He's 178, and he actually put on a little bit of muscle. His back actually looks a little thicker. He actually looks thicker and leaner. In 3 months, he was able to go from 211 to, as of today, now 178. Now, the pictures that you guys are seeing are actually from about a week ago at 181, so keep that into account, take that into account. He's 178 today, so he's even leaner. He's freaking 3 pounds leaner than the pictures that you guys are going to see. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video. This is a client of mine, this is Josh, and he is absolutely killing it. Yep, so just go ahead and introduce yourself to everybody.
My name is Josh Carter, 35.
Around the time that we started working together, like when you sort of came to me, what was the biggest problem that you were dealing with? Like what kind of drove you forward to get going with everything?
Not getting the results, putting in a lot of effort, but not getting the results that I felt like I should have been getting. I knew how to meal prep, I knew the workouts, but...
So how many like meal preps or diet plans or workout routines did you do before you got together with me that like didn't get you the results that you wanted?
Probably 5 to 7.
5 to 7?
Yeah.
So you're pretty frustrated with that, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they never even get started. They just kind of think about it, and then a lot of other people, they get started, but they're not really getting the results, and they do it so many times that they just get frustrated with it, and so they never try again. And then some people actually find something that works. Well, luckily, you found something, and I think you did pretty well. Issues that you were having with your workouts and your diets, like what kind of problems was that causing in your life? Was that like frustrating you? Was it interfering with any relationships or like making you work harder or anything like that?
It was affecting my whole life. Take it out. Take out your problems on people you love. Put a lot of work into it. You're not getting the results you want. Of course, it's going to affect you in a negative way.
I know, really honestly, like I've been doing different diets and playing around trying different things since I was 12 years old. And like whenever something doesn't work out for me, I get really frustrated. Like I get really mad when I'm playing Xbox, and I get really mad with anybody that I'm close to. And it's always the people that I'm close to that I'm frustrated with. Yeah. Nobody else sees it. Yeah. I'm just kind of like,
that's what you do.
Yeah, that's kind of what you do. Yeah. No one else that you're like not really close with sees your frustration.
You're quiet like the ocean, oh, your treasure hidden down below.
Putting everything together, we sort of put you on a meal plan. It wasn't quite macros yet, but it was sort of a structure. And then we sort of gave you some macros, then we gave you a workout plan, then we gave you like a progression scheme, and kind of put everything together. Going from like just kind of working out and like meal plans to like a fully structured progression scheme and like macros and like a meal plan on top of that.
No, never done it.
You never tracked your macros before?
No, I always just did like pro diets. So this is my first time. And this is what really worked.
I don't really have an issue with bro diets. It's just that they're so repetitive and like you can't change up your food sources. You really can't go out with your friends because you have to eat the same stuff. You have to eat like chicken and broccoli and rice. And if you like do anything other than that, then you've sinned, you've messed up your diet. And you have to be eating every 2.5 to 3 hours.
Suddenly does it come, I know. Should I be scared if you stay?
I fit in 3 pieces of pizza. The next day I hit 180. I almost went from 181 to 179.
Heck yeah.
So
basically like I just ate 3 pieces of pizza and then lost weight. Like I just kind of want to rub it in everyone's face. It's on a bro diet. I feel like because like you really don't have to suffer. It's really not that hard.
Or go, tell me am I insecure? Just overly emotional.
It's not that hard. There's not a magical diet plan. It's literally just manipulating your macronutrients, and then you can structure a meal plan or whatever kind of diet plan on top of that. But it all comes down to the macronutrients.
Yes.
Like you can't get away from that because it's just thermodynamics. Just basic science.
I'm falling down, down.
step-by-step sort of action plan. Just if someone asked you, like, and I'm sure people probably do ask you advice all the time, if someone was just like, what should I do to like lose weight, get leaner, and build muscle and that sort of stuff? Like, what kind of diet should I go on? What should I do? What kind of workout plan should I go on? Like, what's the structure that we've been able to use with you that's worked really, really well? Like just a really simple answer. Because people ask that all the freaking time.
Track your macros, do your cardio, do your lifts.
So after everything was said and done, after working with me for about 3 months, what were your end results? Like what
No, searching for things you'll never show. I guess I just don't wanna let go.
came out of it?
Well, my weight went from 211 to 180.
211 to 180.
So that's 31 pounds. Physique drastically changed. Big wide shoulders, back, little waist.
I would say that you might have built a little bit of muscle. Usually you don't build a ton of muscle when you're cutting down like 31 pounds, but you actually do. Like your back looks noticeably more developed.
Well, I've worked hard. Like I've not missed any of my workouts really. Pushed myself really hard. Like even with being in a calorie deficit, I still tried to do my weight progression. I tried to keep constantly going up until my body wouldn't let me anymore.
I think it's really easy to, like, when you're on a calorie deficit and you're cutting down, to get demotivated because you have a little bit less energy, and that's when a lot of people do lose muscle because their performance go down and their workouts suffer. But if you have that progression scheme to follow behind you and you have like an actual spreadsheet the progression scheme is on, then you're able to either maintain muscle or even possibly, not saying everybody can do it, you could possibly build muscle.
But something tells me not to wait no more.
Overall, like mentally, physically, lifestyle, like what would you say that you learned from this entire process?
Consistency is what gets results, and tracking, no matter what it is, what field it is, biology, whatever, like you have to track.
Basically, if you want results, you need to actually see what your progress is, write it down, actually measure it, document it, see where it is, change things around if they need to be changed, don't change it if they don't need to be changed. But just the main thing is making sure that you're actually measuring things, because if you're not measuring your progress, then you really don't know what direction you're taking, or if you're actually making any progress at all. For someone in a similar situation to where you are when you started, what would you recommend them do?
Hire coaches. Invest something in.
A lot of people are afraid to do that. Like they want to do it, like they're really frustrated, and like they're pretty close to actually doing it, but they're scared to invest the time, and they're scared to invest a little bit of money for emotional reasons.
Yeah, I mean,
and it is a little scary. I'm not gonna lie.
most people waste a lot of money anyway. Why not actually go for it? Invest a little bit of money. Spend a lot of time. It takes a lot of time, a lot of cooking, a lot of cleaning.
Have you ever spent any money on like different programs or different supplements that were kind of maybe amped up or popular or anything like that?
Yeah, I've had diets before. When I started out, I was following through all these supplements you think you have to have. You don't have to have all that. You just need to. You gotta get. You gotta do your diet. You get most of your supplements and vitamins from your diet.
I think just about everybody, when they get started out, you look at magazines and you look at everybody with the supplements and you see the before and after pictures, and like some of them are just completely photoshopped. Some of them are highly manipulated because of the lighting, because of water intake. Some of the photo shoots are actually taken in the same day, the before and afters, but we don't really think about that. We're just like, oh wow, I could take a pill that would change things that much. Like I really want to do my absolute best to get everybody away from that mindset and just understanding that there are a couple of simple basic principles, and that's if you're wanting to lose or gain weight, you need to be on a caloric deficit or a caloric surplus. Then you need to manipulate your macronutrients. Depending on what you're trying to do with your workouts and your physique, then you just put together a progression scheme that's either more geared towards powerlifting or more geared towards bodybuilding, or just somewhere in the middle. I think most people want to build a little bit of strength and a little bit of muscle. Alright, so basically to end off the video, if people are watching this right now, the thing that you would think that they need to do just to like move forward, if they're like watching a bunch of videos or reading magazines or looking at supplements, or they want to do something but they're not really quite sure where to do it, like just one sentence, what should everybody go do? What's the one thing that you actually believe would get people actually moving in the right direction instead of just thinking about moving in the right direction and kind of bullshitting around?
Hire a professional, like a professional coach. Hire somebody. There's people out there who know what they're doing, who can help you. And you don't know everything. I don't know everything.
Psychology of you actually investing a good bit of money in it, because then you're like really gonna do it. And if like you spend a couple $100 and then you don't do it, that's just like I don't really know why anyone would do that. And then not only that, you want to prove that you can do really, really well. You want to actually change, and now you've just committed your time, you've just committed a little bit of money, and now you kind of in a way jumped off a cliff, and now you're diving, and now you're going. So really, really just taking that next step is the best way to put it. Guys, if this resonated with you and you want to talk to me, click the link in the description. You can book a one-on-one 15-minute free strategy call with your boy Jordan right now. I will personally sit down and spend 15 minutes on the phone with you to figure out what your plan of action should be right now to move forward with your goals. And if you're ready to get moving forward now, we're going to go ahead and find out if you are the right fit for our coaching program, and we will go from there. And like always, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click that like button, comment if you have any questions or concerns, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. All love.